Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age of Guru Publishing. I am the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box, and also Fresh Out the Podcast. That's where we talk about movies, video games, streaming shows, and other things that interest us. Check it out. There's 300, 100, I don't know, there's a bunch of episodes. Check it out. You're going to love it. And then tonight is Age, Thursday Age, right? So we're playing our favorite Green Ronin Age game. We are playing Fantasy Age 2nd Edition, and I'll be reprising my role as Cedric, the Appraiser of Koath, a Dwarven crossbow assassin.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. I'm a tabletop role-playing game and video game variety Twitch streamer, and I'm reprising my role as Harzar Steelflame, the Orcish, Drakish envoy of the Nagami tribe.
And it is I, Aaron Baumier, co-designer with the Adventure Slaying Productions team. We are cooking up Neo Varden. And beside that, we've got the Adventure Slaying podcast, where we talk about tabletop RPG stuff. You can check that out at adventureslaying.com, but that's for another time. Right now is Fantasy Age, where I am Temo Pab, the wild folk goat person bodyguard for Harzar Steelflame.
What's up? I am Kian.
You weren't even alive when that happened.
I was alive for all the references. Was a Scary Movie was a thing.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm here. Morgus.
Did you say your name?
They don't know.
They
don't know. If you don't know my name, get out of here. And I did say my name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you don't know his name, you don't deserve to know it.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. That's what I always say. If you don't know my name, fuck you. Damn it.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry, we were having a good time before we started streaming. We were talking shit. It was fun. So anyways, last time on Fresh Out the Box, you guys had come across the Crimson Steeps. Your journey's end here in your investigation of the origins of plague. You were looking for where this plague came from, trying to study this corruption to try to prevent bad things from happening for various reasons. You came upon a rancid battlefield left to rot in the sun for a year. You went to the top of a hill. You discovered a fallback point for one of the armies. They fell back into a cracked open stone slab where you discovered a holding area of sorts for who knows what. But you followed the path of the meteor that cracked the stone open, and landed in a sarcophagus where Cedric sticks his head to look inside, thus awakening the creature within. Hey. That is where we ended it. That is where we pick up. Anyone have any questions or don't remember certain things from last time that you need to know? Because we're going to get right into it.
Yeah, no, I just for flavor, I wanted to look down in there, and then after it's sucking my soul, I look back out, and like everyone sees my soul getting sucked out, and I'm like, hey, there's something in there, and I put my head back in there.
There's something in there. Yeah, your soul starts to get sucked. Everybody roll initiative. We're gonna start today's adventure with an initiative roll.
Done.
Huzzar. I'll just put you down as last.
I rolled a 14, but my penalty for my armor is not applying to my dexterity roll for some reason, so it's 10 actually.
Man, I somehow rolled really well on that.
What'd you get, Kim?
16.
Cool.
That's a good roll.
So I guess I should figure out what I'm gonna do. And some points on initiative roll don't count towards anything, right?
No, they do not.
Nah, just flavor. It's just cool.
We all got sun points on that. That's pretty dope.
Cedric,
That's crazy.
take. That's not bad. Take 2 penetrating from this initial encounter here. It's not too bad.
Cool.
You just got a little soul sucked. You fall back off of the tomb, back away, but out through the hole, sort of like folded in half. It sort of slips out of this hole in the tomb and then pops up. You see, standing before you, a large humanoid figure. It looks dried. It looks very mummified. It's not wrapped in like the traditional bandages that you would normally see, but it is wrapped in some cloth with faded markings all over them. Its chest cavity is broken open. You can see a lack of really anything in there. It's just sort of this hollow cavity where you assume is where the meteor struck 1 year ago. It stands up, and you sort of see the air get pulled into it. It's sort of, you see debris sort of floating in its wake. The smell is not great, but it's not body rot. It smells like it's a very humid, sick smell. It smells like throw up on a hot day.
Ooh, nice. Like
Lovely.
a mildewy, sweaty puke. Sweaty.
I think that's Kim Kardashian's new fragrance, actually.
Someone threw up on Jennifer.
Got her.
It's the most masculine smell ever, bro. It smells like a Friday night out. It smells like you threw up all over old shoes. And if you don't smell like a bro, then you're not one of the bros.
He smells like bro perfume. Yeah, exactly, like vomit.
Like
Goes great with White Claw.
So the smell immediately coats the inside of your mouth, making you all feel
why'd you put it that
violated.
way?
Because I wanted you to feel upset about it.
This is for me not
you remember-
isn't it?
Do you remember, like, in the middle of last session, I did something to, like, adjust to the setting, and then it made me not get affected by the slimes, like miasma?
Yeah, you don't get affected by the smell. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
you're
that's still
you're
the fact.
inured to foul odors for the remainder of the day. Yeah.
Sweet. Which it makes sense for Morgus, too. He'd be used to the smell of the stench of death.
Yeah.
Um,
But
Coroner's
so who
note.
goes...
he stands up on the sarcophagus that is covered in sigils. You see some of the sigils on the sarcophagus sort of glow and then go out as he sort of pulls in light and air into himself. Morgus, you have the ball.
Is it safe to assume I can't give this thing pestilence?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I could do some kind of roll to see if I would...
Yeah, you should probably do. It would be better to make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Character, intelligence. Death Arcana or Arcane Lore?
Oh yeah, Death Arcana absolutely comes in. Yeah.
14?
14's not bad. Yeah, this creature doesn't seem. You're hunting the origins of the plague, and you came here.
Probably
So
not.
you
Yeah,
probably
probably
think
not
that
gonna-
diseases probably are not going to affect this thing.
Not a great move.
It's now that you'll notice his face is horribly marred with past affliction.
See, I'd like to do a flame blast, but I'm worried Cedric might be... It's 8 yards by 2 yards wide. Would he be within that?
Now you can angle it
Cone?
up because
Yeah.
it is elevated.
It's like a high... Oh, it's like floating off the ground.
It's
Okay, then I'm gonna
standing
make-
on top of the sarcophagus. It's kind of starting to float a little bit though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I got
That's a pretty good roll.
6.
Holy
boys.
crap.
I mean, that's a success.
So
You actually get 7 stunty boys because
Because
Corbinian is in the room.
Corbinian,
Because of
man.
Binion, yeah.
So he doesn't have to turn that on. That's just a passive thing from now
As
on.
long, yep, as long as you can see
that's
me.
an always thing, yeah.
Crazy. 7 stunty boys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do
I think
both
it's
of my
sick.
class stunts. So I'm gonna do Mystic Armor. I'm gonna generate aura of power around me that grants me an armor rating equal to my willpower, which is 4. So now I have 4 armor for this encounter,
Jeez.
and it's gonna look like a skeletal, battle armor. You know what I mean? Kind of like the general in Mortal Kombat. It has like the skull, Shao Kahn or whatever.
Yeah, Shao Kahn, yeah.
That shit. Got the Shao Kahn mask. I got all that rib cage around me. 4 armor points. I'm gonna do another 2 on battle magic, which is I'm gonna follow up with an arcane blast. And then I have 3 more. Shit, I didn't pull that up. That's the one thing I didn't pull up. I didn't pull up stun points. How much for lethal blow or whatever?
Empowered spell.
5 for lethal spell.
5 for lethal
Alright.
spell.
For lethal spell. And lethal spell does damage. Does an extra 2d6. Okay, so then rather than doing I have 7, so I'm gonna do that armor, and then I'm gonna do lethal spell with the other 5.
It's fair.
So let me roll damage on fire blast. What is that? 6, and then I'm gonna roll another 2d6 for that lethal spell. Okay, whatever. So 10 damage.
10 altogether, and it's fire damage, correct?
It is fire damage.
Fire damage. Alrighty.
I was rolling so well until I got to damage. That sucks.
Yoga fire.
It happens.
Yeah.
Alright, you'll hit him with the bolt, and he'll sort of flint, like, he'll take it, and sort of move against it. He'll look at you. He'll outstretch his arm. He will open his mouth to 3 times the diameter that you expect, as his chin drops below his chest. His mouth will spew a foul cloud and flies out of it, and they will go right at you there, young man.
Nice.
Our very own necromancer. I have to roll to cast it.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. It's what I say to. That's what I say.
Being played by Chris Rock. Huh? No,
Exactly.
not Chris Rock.
Tucker.
There you go.
Tucker. Yeah. If I were black, I'd just be Chris Tucker. I think it's pretty.
As he tries to cast this spell, you see the runes on the tomb and on the opening to the door sort of pulsate, and he can't overcome them. His spell will fizzle in the air.
Oh, I need to make
cool.
a spells check.
That's all you got?
He'll float on down towards you and sort of be like, he'll be pretty close to you. You can smell him at this point. Like better. It's not great. So that was his turn. Next
Wow.
is Temo Pap.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and throw out the use the miner to drop the one-handed Hellfire Axe and rush in with a what is it called? An all-out attack for that little Benny. And we roll. Oh snap! So that's pretty cool. That's a 20 to hit
That
with
hits.
7 stunty boys
That
again.
hits. Jesus, you guys are opening up with big hits here.
So yeah, this one-handed axe is a little easier to swing. I'm starting to get a little used to it. I didn't even need that all-out attack, but that's okay. It's very thematic. So for some points, we are going to
We have 2 boons floating. Oh no, we only have 1 boon floating. For anyone, there's a Sundance Kid. Hey, Sundance Kid, thank you.
Yeah, I booned the chat today. I was feeling it.
It's good.
nice.
They need
I saw that.
It helps give them power.
We are hitting with the mighty blow for the extra d6. This mighty blow is going to be piercing damage, or what is it called? Penetrating damage. So just those 6 points. Also the regular damage, I should probably throw that out there. That's 12 for that. And we're doing a lightning attack, so we're doing a second swing. Okay. 19 to hit. Of course, I don't get those stunt
You
points.
do not get
right?
the stun points, but you do hit.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't
Bam,
proc
so-
stunies on a lightning attack.
So that's another 15 points. And then we have 2 more stunt points, which I'll use for my protect stunt, which is a warrior stunt. If Harzar is within 4 yards, which I feel like you might not be, then I'll protect you. But otherwise, I'll protect Cedric, who's right next to us, right?
Cedric is pretty close to you, right?
Cedric's closer to you. I'm all the way back at the door.
Okay, yeah. So I'd be further away from you. Actually, I walked up with Cedric. I remember now, anyway. So,
Yep.
yeah. So I'm there to body block for Cedric, and that's the end of my turn.
This thing is very close to you now. It's very tall. It's probably about 6'5", and it sort of seems taller because it's like kind of floating there, and its feet are dangling.
Oh, he's taller than me.
Yeah, your axe sinks in pretty good 2 times, but you notice a lack of reaction. He definitely is hurt, but you don't see him. He doesn't flinch, or like it doesn't do as much as you. You know, you got 2 solid hits in, and it doesn't feel like it did as much as you were expecting.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I mean, Timo says this might be a problem, but you know.
Wait, is your axe magic? Hellfire
Well,
axe,
it's the Hellfire axe, and I don't. I think we called it a +1. I don't know if it counts as magic or not.
Disregard everything I said. He didn't like it.
Cool. Then it's not a problem. For either of us.
He didn't like it at all. Cedric, the Praiser of Koath.
So I'm knocked back off this pedestal onto my back at the bottom of these stairs, sort of thematically. I roll over and get behind Temo and pull my crossbow up and just start stepping backwards. I'm trying to get distance in between me and this spooky undead thing. And I'll turn to Morgus. What do you know about this undead bastard? It looks like regular weapons ain't working too well.
I think we have to use magical attacks on this son of a bitch. But no death magic. I feel like it would be useless.
I look annoyed that I have to put my crossbow on my back for this. So I sling my crossbow around and I pull out this stone short sword that I have and flip it around in my hand. And so I've got the blade up and I run back at this thing. So after retreating a little bit, it's not gonna work. You know, I'm gonna be shooting pins at this thing. I run back in and I go to stab it, as large as it is, I guess, just sort of in the hip. It doesn't have to be. All right,
I think it's your first melee attack.
Yeah, it is. It's my first one in the whole campaign. But I'm gonna mark it for death as an active action because I don't think this says it has to be ranged.
No, I
think I can
that's
run it.
range at all. No.
I think I can run up and stab this guy with some sort of effectiveness. All right, so I mark him. I'm going to run up on him, and I'm going to stab him. Is my dexterity higher than his? I have a 3. Is he a dexterous boy?
Higher or equal?
You need to be higher. The rogue needs to be higher.
Higher.
It's equal.
Yeah, mine has to be higher. Damn.
Damn, that's not good. That means he's dodgy.
It's not great. All right, so it will be 2d6 damage if I hit. All right, here's my roll. I rolled a 13 to stab him with my stabby magic stab.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then I do 2d6 plus 2 question mark. I've never actually stabbed anything with this sword before, so I just gave it regular old stats. So 5 damage, and it is dark shadow damage and magic sword damage.
You mark him. It goes in. He looks at you. But I mean, it's not a big damage roll, so obviously there's not that big of a reaction. That's okay. You hurt him.
Great.
And then, last but not least, Hazar.
Despite the smell, despite his dramatic appearance, despite him attacking the party, Harzar glares at him from the doorway and very calmly checks his musket, shoulders it up, and just, as a minor action, basically dourly glaring at him, basically sort of dazzling him with my utter calm, even if inside I don't actually feel that way, but I'm portraying I'm not scared of him at all. Is my communication higher than his willpower? My communication is 4.
No. No, it is not.
Yeah,
It is not.
No.
Ooh, well, that tells
It
me
also
that.
has
Well,
a
he
high
does-
will. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't care that I'm glowering at him. That's all right. I'll
Does
shoot
it
him.
matter that it's equal to?
It has to be. I have to be higher than him. That's age for you. Bang. 11.
You were more afraid than you realized. Unless you want
I'm
to use
gonna
this
snatch-
boon that's
I'm
floating
gonna snatch
in
that boon. Yeah.
Yeah.
12. 13, I think, is the magic number.
You were a lot more scared than you realized, and you just fumble. This shot goes off into the wall. He looks at you and sort of tilts his head in a curious manner. But then it's back to Morgus.
I goofed last time. He should have done a dexterity acrobatics test versus my spell power of 14.
So he might not have taken that damage.
We're taking less damage.
Okay,
Well, that's
so
not-
he took it.
Okay.
He took the whole thing?
Yeah, I didn't roll very good.
So everybody has a magic weapon, right? Like the Hellfire Axe is magic, the Stone Sword. You don't. Am I able to do? Does this have?
But I'm
to
a
be-
range shooter is the problem, right? We've had this problem before.
Any weapon? We have had this before because it doesn't say anything about melee or ranged, but can I do a flaming weapon on a ranged weapon or no?
Flaming weapon.
Hmm.
The first thing is I melee weapon you touch.
Let me.
Oh,
read.
duh. Yeah. No. He's right.
Oh, melee.
Okay. Then no fire, no flame for you. So where's he closest to now?
So, the tomb room isn't that big. It's more like a cell. The sarcophagus is in there. He's standing in front of the sarcophagus now. Temo is right there in front of him, kind of standing in the doorway, the broken doorway. Cedric is kind of to her right, just stabbed him. And then you are to the left and back, probably like 5-10 feet. And then
He lowered himself now. He's not elevated. Like he
he's
was.
not like very high. He's just not touching the ground.
Okay.
He's just
Well,
sort of
then I'm
floating.
gonna-
He's like more levitating than flying. And then, Hazar is further back still.
Then I'm not going to risk it with the flame fire blast. I'm going to go for an arcane blast. Let's see how that did. Oh, that's damage. My bad.
Gotta hit him first.
Oh, psych.
Whoopah! You guys used up all your magic earlier.
Shit. Yep. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you're not sure if it's the runes that are coating this room or what, but something, it's definitely, you're having trouble.
Yeah, the runes are fucking with my dice.
Well, it's his turn again.
Right. I lost the shot. I should record that.
Temo!
Come at me.
I'm gonna burn. I had a DM power up from last game that I never used. I'm going to activate a spell with it. I added a spell to this creature that I can only cast if someone DM power ups me. So,
How convenient.
4.
Well, he has 2 powers now. Smart ass. No.
Go ahead and make a Constitution Stamina test.
That's the thing I'm good at. Kind of.
Nice.
I'm 16.
Whoo! He opens his mouth, points at you. He starts uttering old words that you don't recognize. It's not infernal speak. It's not demon talk. It's something older. Every now and again, you recognize a word from the abyss, but it's strange. It sounds weird. It's very low, but as he does it, you feel your life just starts slipping away. You steel yourself against it. You're able to resist, but you take... Okay, yeah. Take 2 penetrating.
Okay. No problem. Although I don't like the idea of penetrating damage.
You still feel strange. You feel like you're starting to have like an out-of-body experience. After that, it is Cedric. No, it's Temo. Sorry. Temo goes before you, right?
Yes.
That's right. I steel myself. I try to shake the strange feeling out of and focus, and then go ahead and go for another swing. I'm gonna try. I go for the arm that's pointing out. You know, like, frick you, man! Off your arm off. That's gonna be a 14 to hit for 11 damage.
11 damage with the Hellfire X.
Mm-hmm.
You hit him. You make a big gash in his dry flesh. No blood happens, and he doesn't really wince at it. Fighting this thing feels weird. It feels. You're looking at it. It seems weakened.
I snarl at him. I otherwise use my minor action to do the, what is it, guard up or something?
Guard up. Yeah.
And then that's the end for sure.
Now it's your turn, Cedric.
I rolled a 14 to hit.
Hits.
I get a piece of him, and I'm gonna thwickety thwack this dark stone blade into him once more. This time for 14 damage.
A lot more damage that time.
Quite a bit more than the measly 5 from last time.
You sink it into like his calf. You see his muscle sort of tear away from the bone, but it just sort of like kicks at you. And it was like, go away.
Hey, how you like that, you undead bastard? I'm gonna shift around now, sort of behind him, so that he can't look at us all. He can't blast us all. I'm gonna be, stabbing him in his cheeks, in his little bony cheeks from now on.
Hazar Steel Flame.
Major action, reload the musket. Minor action, I take aim. As I'm reloading, I'm already... as I finish the reload, I start taking long, deep breaths and just focusing to make sure I don't miss the next shot I do.
Excellent. Kian. Morgus.
Yo. Let's see.
Use your mighty power as a necromancer to unsummon this guy.
Oh, can I just do that? I think I can.
Wouldn't that be dope? That'd be dope as hell.
Would be pretty sick.
It'd be pretty cool.
There was a thing like that in Dragon Age where you could banish spirits.
That'd be tight.
Once upon a time.
You keep saying that something like feels off. Can I do like an intelligence roll to see exactly what that means?
Yeah, you can
Or
use
perception?
intelligence, Arcana. Yeah, arcane lore. 16.
16.
So this thing, you're looking at it. It is an undead body for sure. But earlier, before Temo was talking about demonic presence, this is a possessed corpse. You could tell that it's different from a typical undead. There is demonic energy inside of it. But at the same time, like, it feels kind of vacant. Like, it maybe used to house a demon. But you're looking around, some of the runes are starting to look kind of familiar. You're like, I feel like I've seen these before.
Can I do a roll to see if I recognize the runes?
You notice, you recognize one of them. And it is a symbol that has come to mean plague. Is a very old, it's an old, outdated rune for plague.
Cool. And the runes are like glowing?
Some of them are. That one's not.
Like one is not. Okay, cool. I think I'm just going to keep targeting this baddie. How are we looking? Is anybody in the splash zone if I do a fire blast 8x2 yards?
Hit it.
Well, if you, I'm thinking you can, in theory, minor move around a little bit and get a different angle.
Position? Yeah.
Yeah, you can reposition and not hit anybody.
Well, let's reposition to not hit anybody. We're going to do fire blast. 16 with 4 stunty boys. Fire
hits.
blast. 5 stunty boys. Thank you, Korean.
Don't I have to
And
make
damage.
a roll now?
Base damage. Yeah, so you're going to do a dexterity acrobatics.
You blast. This time he's ready. He sort of moves out of the way.
Shit. Okay, let me redo. So you just take 1d6 plus 1. 1d6.
Oh,
7.
still 7.
7, and then I got 5 stunty boys, so I'll probably do my class stunt to get that second. Oh no, with 5 I can do just the lethal damage or lethal spell, whatever. So I'll do that.
Oh yeah, because you get the
2d6
extra
on
one
top of that.
from Hazar. Yeah.
Exactly. So 12 all day.
12 all day. You see just pieces of him coming off. He's singed, his flesh is sort of melted. He's been carved quite a bit. It is his turn. Temo. Take 2 penetrating.
Oh no. You don't like the implications there.
Nah, you probably shouldn't. I could do it again if someone gives me a power up. He's going to sort of just raise his hands, and you feel the wind rush in and surround him. He's sort of kind of covered in a wind, like a vacuum, like a tornado. It's not very strong. It's not pulling you off your feet or anything, but you definitely feel the wind. It is pretty powerful, but it's not blasting you around. So I have to read that one real quick because I'm cool. Because I'm cool like that.
Reading is cool.
I just was reading and realized that I'm better with my weapon than I thought I was, and my crossbow does a little bit less damage than I thought it did. Apparently, accuracy weapons get perception to damage.
Yep.
Not dexterity, which is what I was using dexterity, so I swapped it. So there we go. That's been cleaned up. I guess that was just the old D&D in my brain. Like, yeah, dexterity modifier equals damage. It's a easy mistake to make, but it's a learning show.
Yeah, it's
so
different.
For anybody at home.
Yeah. Yeah, they use a different number
perception.
for damage than they do for attack, which makes sense. But yeah.
For melee and ranged, which is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and for mages because they use intelligence and willpower.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Temo, it is your
How
turn.
much- Am I just putting that together after years? I never played a range character before. That's how.
Yeah. That's not really, it hasn't really been your thing.
Did I get skipped?
No?
Oh.
Did you?
Because I'm the last act in the round.
Yeah, but you loaded and then aimed, and then Morgus went.
Oh, it goes at the top.
Yeah.
That's what screwed me.
Yeah. Temo goes after the creature.
Yes, I do. And we're just gonna keep just chopping away. We're trying to make this body no longer usable. There we go. Some stunty points. That's 15 to hit, 5 stunt points. We'll throw out some hefty damage there. That's 15.
As you swing your axe, you feel the wind deflect your blade, but you still hit him.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what happened.
You still hit
Then,
him.
but the force of it, we will try to make that. We'll try to push through and knock prone. So we got to make an opposed attack roll. He's gonna make. Yeah, we gotta make opposed attack rolls. If I win the test, he goes down. So that's my axe, right? That's a 19 on the attack roll
Oh, you win.
to try and yeah, bam. So it doesn't damage him per se, but does knock him down. We'll go ahead and
You bash him down to the ground. I mean, he'll fall down.
I will spend 1 point to boost, so I get a +1 bonus on my next turn just to spend it, and then I will do protect for. I'll be ready to jump in for Cedric if need be. I'll keep that on deck. So that's all my stunt points.
Alrighty, Cedric, it is your turn.
Now that he is stunned, I get to do pinpoint attack, even though he doesn't have lower dexterity than me. So I get to do an
He's
extra
prone.
D6.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, prone. It's one of
Okay.
the conditions. Yeah, my bad.
So the fact that she put a condition on him allows you to do this extra damage now?
Is prone, stunned, or unconscious.
That's
Those are
called
the four.
synergistic
yeah.
business solution.
So now
Absolutely.
I get to do an extra sixels. So there's going to be 3 sixels this time, and that's
Hell yeah.
more than 2 sixels.
Well, first you gotta hit him.
No, I don't. That's not a thing for me, baby. I rolled a 15.
You feel the same thing, like it's hard to stab him through his wind shield, but you do.
Yeah, it's not hard to stab him through his windshield when he's down on the ground. Push it through the windshield and stab straight into the sternum of his bony bone man boneness.
Now you feel your blade go out his back and into the floor.
He has been completely boned,
Holy
and
shit.
I rolled 19 damage. So maybe he's been boned and then deboned again.
I shouldn't have given you guys magic weapons.
As I crash this dagger down through the spine of this creature and try to sever it. Apparently that's the only thing that's going to stop it.
You stab down at it. This thing's getting beat up now. Hazar, Steel Flame. Envoy of the Nagami tribe.
Far away. My +1 is negated because he's prone. So 10 does not make it.
Oh boy. Yeah, it goes towards him, and then the wind just blows it into the wall. It's even more effective against ranged.
I will. Yeah. I'm gonna guard up because aiming doesn't do me anything right now.
Whoop-ah! It is now with rolls like that. That sucks. It happens though. Our
Yeah, I'm doing my
resident
part.
actors,
I'm here.
You're doing your part. You're here, and people are getting. They're honestly because of you. They're doing a shit ton of extra damage because of all those damn stunt points. Kian, Morgus.
How fucked up is this thing looking?
He's. I mean, it's hard to tell, but you can see he's missing pieces that he wasn't when he woke up.
Well, he probably wants all those pieces to be on him. I'm gonna change things up a little bit, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fire blast him. Oh shit! How does that look?
Oh, I thought you had to roll the cast it, and then I rolled the dodge.
Yeah, that's the roll to cast it.
You can like click on your spell or something and it like rolls it in a different way. If you
normally
go
it tells
to
you your target number and all that stuff.
If you go to your magic
Oh, yeah,
tab,
no, I did the wrong thing. You're sorry. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, see, I knew your target number was 12, so yeah, it goes off. So now I have to make a dexterity test against your
14 is 12 power. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was
14.
wrong.
I get minuses because I'm prone, right?
I guess so.
just had conditions.
Prone normally gives the attacker a penalty to hit.
Oh,
The
okay.
attacker?
Yep, because for a range attack, melee you get a bonus, but if you're doing range, then it's different. But I think you're doing a spell which operates differently.
Yeah, it doesn't count. But
also,
I also get you get no advantage.
yeah, you should have a penalty to acrobatics.
I feel like I should.
There's not one.
Yeah, there's not one.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I
Suffer
rolled
a
really well
-1
anyways.
and characters get a +1 to melee,
you
but
take-
suffer a -1 to.
I still take 1d6.
I guess so, yes. Let me see. 1d6. Come on, 6 plus 1. Ooh, it's a 2. Wow, I'm doing big numbers this fight.
At
He
least does Catalyst AP?
he floats up to his feet on his turn. Temo, take 2 penetrating.
I'm tripping, and not in a good way.
It's starting to really hurt. Like at this point, you're like, "Oh, something is wrong." I'm not imagining it. God, you're the one that's fucking him up too. I mean, you both are. Yeah, whatever. Cedric just got a really good hit on him. I'm gonna make you the person of interest.
Getting stronger.
But what if I am though?
Oh man, now that he got up, I do a less d6, and I'm not feeling as confident as I was last round.
I'm gonna attempt another spell. Okay. He opens his mouth. Flies come out towards you, Cedric. Make a Constitution stamina check.
Constitution stamina, not a problem. I rolled a 14, which is like 1 lower than what I needed or something.
It is lower than you needed. So the flies enter.
Wait. If I get a +2, do I pass?
What'd you get? A 14?
Yeah, there's a floating boon in the chat that was for anybody.
Oh no, that got used. Buddy.
Oh, I got.
Oh, is there another one?
No, there was only the one I
Only
used.
the one.
It's just my bad.
You can thank
I'm
Corbinian
sorry.
for this.
I'll go back to my hole.
The flies crawl on your skin and start burrowing into your flesh.
Oh, I love that.
I do have a question though that might alter this a little bit. Does this count as an attack in the most general sense, or is it different because it's a
Spell type attack. So yes.
So I actually intercept this and take the damage instead
Okay.
because of my protect that I pulled last turn.
Well, then I will allow you to take the Constitution stamina test yourself.
It says I just take the damage. I don't get a necessarily.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Resist
you,
the
just,
attack.
That's the trade-off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I only get half my AR against it.
you jump in front of it, and some of the flies burn off as they try to enter your demonic skin, but many of them get in. And then you feel awful. You feel sicker than you've ever felt. You have a -2 penalty on all physical ability tests.
Rough. Okay. Cool. So no damage, just terrible feelings.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's a pretty nasty debuff. That really sucks.
Yes, it is, especially for the warrior. But you know.
Is you feel very sick. And then it's your turn.
So I kind of imagine leaping across, just catching in the last second before those insects hit Cedric, rolling through it, and almost falling over as I try to catch myself, feeling very woozy and uncomfortable, try to take a deep breath and pull myself up and go for what I hope is something like a finishing blow. That's a 14 to hit.
A 14 to
Not a
hit.
16.
God. So you have a -2 to that.
Well, it was 16 and then -2.
Okay, so that's after the -2. In that case, like, you feel awful, but your aim is true. You're ready for the wind, and you hit him
All right. Not as strong as a
barely
blow.
as you can hit him.
Yeah, a little bit glancing there. Yeah. So that's only 7 points. Yeah, that is as barely as I can hit him. But there's a satisfaction that I accept as the blade makes contact.
The blade makes contact. You see him open up. You see his flesh is all maggoty.
Makes me feel worse.
You can see his face looking at you, full of worms. It seems worse since you got hit with that spell. He looks worse. You could smell him better. It's very upsetting. So, Cedric, praise your
The
kills.
dice don't lie. I'm going to cut his head off. Watch me cut his head off. It's gonna be dope. I rolled a 21.
21.
No.
So the dice don't lie.
With five stun
Five
points.
stunty
You have
points.
5 stunties.
One of my stunts is the cruel strike, which costs 5, and it says I leave a visually prominent wound on the target,
Nice.
and I can inflict up to you, Jahan, confused, frightened, or defenseless. If he can suffer any of those.
He could suffer defenseless, I think.
Oh, that's rough for him.
What does defenseless do?
All right. I have it open over here. Your ability to protect yourself from attacks is seriously impaired. A game master may decide whether someone who's bound is defenseless. Effect: the character loses their dexterity bonus to defense and suffers a -3 character to their defense rating after that.
Okay. So what you do is you go for the head chop, and you miss the neck, but you hit him right in his eyes, and you just carve his eyes out, and you pull the sword out. His eyes are destroyed. So he's blind. You
Hell
blind
yeah.
him, and it causes him to become defenseless.
Now let's find out what kind of damage I did. It certainly looked cool.
Definitely look cool, yeah.
I
13.
did 13 damage, and then I guess this is a GM question.
Mhm.
Can I do the extra D6 because at the time he wasn't disabled with one of those debuffs, but now he is.
Oh, does that give you the extra D6?
Defenseless, prone, stunned, or unconscious?
Yep. I'll give it to you. I feel like that's pretty fair. Yeah.
Boink. Here's the extra D6. Another 5 damage for 18 altogether with the stone sword.
So now at this point he has a gaping hole in his face. You can see the remnants of his brain stem just covered in maggots. You kind of split him open like a rotten pumpkin. But he's still moving and doesn't seem to feel the pain at all.
Don't give up yet. There's still things to look forward to. I have bread, honey, and cheese in my bag.
And that's what I'll say after I crack his head wide open.
Hell yeah.
And you see me get ready for another attack.
Huzzar Steel Flame.
Rallied by seeing this thing getting, if not killed, being pulled apart, destroyed, bit by bit. The orcish side of me gets impatient, and I grab a minor action. I grab the my spear that I usually set aside when I know I'm about to fight. I grab it from off the wall, and I just go. I just huck it at him.
Hell yeah.
Does 9 hit him?
Well, he's
I think so.
defenseless
It does?
now.
He's
Yeah.
defenseless.
Yeah.
It's true.
So yeah, he gets like a -6 to his defense now. So yes, it does hit him.
7.
Non-magical.
Yeah, I was hoping for stun points.
You should have done a stunt attack. They give you
What?
2 stunt points now. I read instead of 1.
That's right. Forgot about that.
I was hoping to do both because I know if you do that, you do no damage when you use stun attack. So I was like, no, I'm going to do damage and that. It's like, oh well.
God, you got greedy with that javelin.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that your rolls are like this, Hazar Steelflame.
Hey, I'm hitting him. That was for me. I like that just because out of sheer orcish anger. It's like I'm not thinking straight. The smart move is just reload, shoot, reload, shoot. That is what a musketeer does. It's like, what am I doing? I'll just throw a spear at him. You have a gun. Reload.
Morgus of the Silent Vale.
Temo, how are you looking health wise?
Health wise, I look pretty okay, honestly. I look maybe a little haggard and kind of ill in the expression, but mostly doing okay otherwise. There's no obvious wounding or anything.
Cool. I'm gonna. Oh shit! I totally missed that, but I will do because of my chirurgery talent. I can do heal as a minor action. Heal works like.
Do you want to bother spending extra MP to make that work or no?
Oh, that's right.
It's the difference between what you rolled and your spell number.
So he'd have to spend 6 MP
6 MP.
Extra.
I don't think
extra.
6 MP extra. I don't really have enough to do that right now.
Yeah, that's a big
so-
leap.
I do still spend MP when I miss, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I need to spend a couple of those.
So it's different when you miss it by like 1 or 2. You're like, sure, why not? But you miss by
Right,
6,
right.
you're like, nah, screw it.
Yeah.
It fails. I don't care.
I'm running pretty low, but I will do. So let's see. I'll do heal, which is provide quick medical assistance. Your ally gets an amount of health equal to the stunt die plus your intelligence. I do it a TN 11 intelligence test. Stunt die plus intelligence. So let me do that. Intelligence. Let's see. So 4 plus my intelligence, which is what? 2. So heal for 6. Demo.
6?
I give you a little bone bandage.
All right.
Feel like a little, like a shaped, like a little band-aid that's like literally shaped like a bone.
Temo. Oh, okay. Take 1
Um,
penetrating.
Okay. If I must, I do feel a little better, but I'm a little feeling woozy, and my stomach really hurts. It's my turn. No, it's the guy's turn.
It's the guy's turn.
The guy.
The guy.
No, I just realized I'm one of the people that knows that reference, but anyway.
He is going to raise his arms and with his eyeless face. He's going to start chanting again. You'll see black just start creeping out from underneath him. The area around you becomes darker. It doesn't obscure your vision. It's just the light seems to dim, and everybody that's so not Hazar, but everyone that's near this creature, you can see on the ground just these black veins of sickness.
Sweet.
If you, that's all that happens immediately. But at the beginning of your turn, Temo, take 14 penetrating.
Oh no!
As you're standing on this black ooze that's sickening the ground, you feel your life forces be drained from you. You feel sick.
14
Yeah,
is even
that
more
feels like that
than 2.
exacerbates everything I'm already
14's much
feeling,
worse than
and yeah, definitely. And the weight of the sickness, really pulls me down. And holding back some sick, I try to make this quick. Wow, that's beautiful. That's 20 with 6 stump points.
That hits.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go for the lethal hit here. So first of all, that hits for 11. And then I'm just gonna do 2 mighty blows here. It's actually a lethal strike, so that's another 7 for 18. We're gonna try and go for the prone again. What is that, 5? That was 5 or 6. That was all of them. So we'll just do the boost then. So my next roll gets a +1.
Your axe comes crashing down on this thing, and you cave in the rest of his head. The black stuff on the ground sort of fades away as this creature collapses into a pile of mostly dust but partially dried flesh and cloth.
And I drop to a knee after that and try not to throw up everywhere.
So we're out of combat?
You're now out of combat. What's up,
Would I-
Toyzilla Network? Thank you for the raid.
Hello? This is probably like super out there, but you know how like you can inoculate people with like one disease? I don't know how medicine works.
A
If I were
vaccine?
to, sure, but like if it's a different disease, so like if I were to cast pestilence on Temo and then like break the pestilence, would that maybe alleviate the sickness?
That is smart, but no. If it's from 2 different sources, it would be from 2 different sources.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it's smart. It's okay. I appreciate it though.
No, it is smart because in a video game that would work because you would inflict
Right.
the same status and then cleanse the status. It would overwrite. Yeah, maybe it might work in a game.
Different statuses.
It's a thing. Yeah, it's just, in this case, the different diseases don't interact really. But I mean,
So
you
what's
could
going on
make
with
you could make an intelligence check or something if you want to try and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, so the spell, the sickness she's been afflicted with is probably like a death kind of magic, necrotic kind of magic.
Death Arcana.
So I'm gonna do a death arcana check. I got a 17 with 5 stunty boys.
You can tell that she had a death curse on her, but it is
Yeah.
gone. She is afflicted with pestilence still.
She's afflicted with like regular pestilence,
Like
what
this,
I have.
like this. Well, it is the spell pestilence, but it different flavors depending on who's casting it.
Oh, for real.
This
Okay.
pestilence resembles the plague that you guys have been studying.
Okay,
You have
that's
6, by
bad.
the way.
I do have 6. You're right. I mean, I'm looking. Fuck, I don't know what I could. Would this be exploration? Would this
Investigation.
be
Exploration, yeah.
for stunt?
Isn't there investigation stunts, right?
Exploration's what it's called.
Oh, it's just,
So I
oh,
can do. I'll do
In
3 for extra.
modern age they have
inform-
investigation.
3 for extra information. Your action helps one of your allies that gets closer to their next test per SP spent. Made alert for possible. I'm gonna do 3 for extra information. I gain an additional piece of information related to my action. If I'm examining it clearly, you get an additional lead from it. So I want to learn more about. I guess now that I'm seeing like a fresh case of this plague, I want to like absorb as much information as I can, so I know how to alleviate it. And then 3 more.
And I have a quick question while I was looking at that.
Yeah.
When I deliver that final blow, does that demonic sense leave? Does it
Mostly,
lessen?
yeah, mostly dissipates.
Okay.
And then I'll do the other 3 to compensate. It's the same thing I did earlier, where you like ignore environmental penalties, but now I want to do it to inoculate myself from what she has while I'm trying to figure it out, while I'm trying to fix it.
Like a low-key magical barrier you're putting on yourself.
Right.
That's
So what do
right.
I get with that extra information?
The extra information. So it's all starting to click a little bit with the rune that you saw that means pestilence. The creature. You know about disease. You studied it. In very old books they mention a demon lord that is thought to just be a myth. But his name is Praxx, the demon lord of pestilence.
Sweet. I mean, not sweet, but.
And you're not sure. Demon lords can't walk around the earth, thankfully, without powerful magic stuff happening. Opening the gates of hell, all that kind of stuff. But they can inhabit avatars, and you think that perhaps this was one of those creatures.
So is this just patient? It wasn't the person in the sarcophagus wasn't the person that caused it. They were like patient zero.
No, they were what caused it.
Maybe they were what caused it.
Yes, you have reason
Okay,
to
cool.
believe that the demon.
Campaign over. We did it.
Well, now
Sure.
we need to cure it.
Right.
Well,
And quickly,
The demon
please.
used.
the other things that you
The
guys have
demon-
noticed from
The
this
longer-
is that the demonic presence, while it was there, it seemed absent at the same time. It seemed weakened.
So long ago, this thing was an avatar for some demon called Praxx. And it was so evil that its disease is just leaking out all over the place. Is that what I'm to believe? Now that we've killed this thing, does the disease go away? Or do we have to go a scrubbing?
Now, for the record, Temo is
Certainly.
still sick currently, so
Yeah.
Doesn't feel
Can I-
like it's lessening at all.
I'm gonna collect like samples from the mummy.
Keon's been booned. Go ahead, make an intelligence arcane lore check.
Arcane lore check.
Okay, you're able to gather. Yeah, you can gather up some dust.
I'll put it in my stuff. I don't know what to do to help Temo right now.
Well, we stopped the source at least, and that's a step in the right direction.
What
I'm
penalty
sure-
are you taking?
That's a good question, actually. So, what are like the symptoms I'm experiencing?
You're starting to feel
Besides
sort of
health.
hot and fluey. Eventually, your skin will start to produce boils,
Real shit.
and then
Yeah.
in theory, you die. But
Morgus,
say,
how long does? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't say anything.
Morgus, how long does Temo have?
Well, still unsure if this plague is the one that took the Silent Valley, but that happened overnight. Do I know how long somebody would have with the plague?
it varies, but it could be anywhere from a couple days to a week.
It could be anywhere from a couple days to a week, so really we got plenty of time. I'm sure a long rest will cure it.
I think a lot of those dead soldiers out there thought the same thing. I don't think long rest cures this one.
Yeah, maybe not. What's Nuzglove doing?
He's sort of sitting on the tomb, looking around.
Surely
Hey, buddy.
one of you knows of some legendary great healer.
He'll look at you. Yeah. What can I do for
Your-
you, Les?
Your host on this plane has contracted a demon plague. Do you have the abilities or know of someone with the abilities to cure her of this affliction? Or because if she dies, we're killing you and selling your skin.
Yes,
oh,
um,
boy.
It wasn't part of our contract that you use my this you used me as a host for whatever nasty diseases you were selling when we met.
No, I wasn't selling any diseases when we met.
You know what I'm talking about. Answer his question.
I don't know of any sort of healer. Why would I care about curing human disease? Mortal disease.
It's not a human disease, jackass. That's why we asked you. What do you know about Praxx or how to get rid of his affliction?
Praxx? Praxx. Praxx. That's not really something that we know that much about. I mean, he was before my time.
Yeah, well, if Praxx bit you and gave you demon rabies, what's the first thing you would do to get rid of it?
Bite somebody else. Out of spite.
Morgus, how
I think we're
contagious
gonna
is
have to
Temo?
Seek a holy person.
How contagious is Temo? Should I make a roll to know the answer to that?
Yeah, you can make an intelligence. Make a healing check.
Healing check. Is that just
Also
raw
admitted,
intelligence?
and remember that Temo,
Yeah, healing,
Morgus
yeah,
was like
okay.
studying bodies forever for
Yeah.
a couple of episodes.
Yeah, you definitely have some stuff.
I guess that would be an intelligence check, but then I also have chirurgy, which I don't have as a bonus to the roll, but I feel like that would be a bonus to the roll, wouldn't it?
You have to take the skill. You have to take the focus healing.
Right. So I don't have that. So just raw intelligence. Fuck. I'd say she's pretty non-contagious. I think it doesn't even. I think this is. I don't even know if she has the plague actually.
You're not positive. She's not showing all the symptoms yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I know I shouldn't get it because I did the thing earlier, but
The only hope I have is getting you to Shaman's back near the valley. Get you in a boat and just rush you back to people who know more about magic than I do, who know the old ways. I don't know this magic. And what little I know is only on the brink of death. Old rites, but which if that is what needs to be done, then it needs to be done. But I'd rather keep you from that
all right.
doorway.
I'm gonna use the last of my magic points to cast Speak with the Dead on the Plague Mummy. And I missed, and I don't have extra magic points. So,
You don't have any
Never mind.
MP left?
That was the last of it.
You got booned. Did you use this boon? You got booned within like the last
Ooh, I did
15
get-
minutes.
I got
or so.
booned?
I don't know.
Plus 2 would be just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can I just fucking use that boon to hit this
You
spell?
can use a boon to get straight +2, yeah.
Which is what I should have done earlier, but hey.
Then I can't ask any follow-up questions because I don't have any extra magic points. So what question are we asking this thing? How do we cure the plague? Or that's pretty straightforward, I guess.
Yeah.
I
so
think
it-
that's a great question. Yeah.
Okay. Zippity zoppity zoop. That's what I say to wake up the corpse.
or the dust remains anyway.
You'll see
Oh, yeah,
the
it's-
head sort of...
Hey there, little guy. Question. How do we cure the plague that you're hosting?
The plague is born of Praxx. Praxx is the first disease. Praxx is ancient. The only cure is with the gods.
And then it just crumbles back into dust.
Yeah.
Guys, out of MP.
Okay, well that was useless. That was not very helpful.
Nazgleb.
Yeah.
Now's the time for you to fulfill your contract here. You heard the corpse. How do we get to the gods? How do we get to the Praxx?
To the gods. Well, I suppose I could tell you the story of Praxx.
Make it a
That's a
short
good start.
story.
A short story. Get to the chase. I gotcha. Well, I have to skip all the good stuff, I guess. The long of it is there was once a god, a strong god, a beautiful god, a god sired by gods. And this child of a god was afflicted by a brother. In the womb, they were twins. But the god of strength and champions fought and won that battle to be born. The mangled afterbirth was cast aside, where it was gathered up by the denizens of the pit. That is the beginning of the story of Praxx. Now, what else do you want to know?
Super fucked up.
We need
Where
a
does
way.
Praxx?
Okay.
Where does Praxx reside now?
The hells, of course. Supposedly. I mean, no one's really heard from him in quite some time. We all kind of thought he was dead, trapped here somewhere on Earth. But this is just a husk. There wasn't really much in it, except a remnant. I wonder what happened to his essence.
Can he move from body to body?
Are you asking me or Nuzlub?
Nazgul.
Demons can inhabit as many bodies as they choose, but demon lords, only chosen few, only the devout, only through ritual.
Oh, so it couldn't be a happenstance. Someone just near the body couldn't be done. Okay.
No. It would have to be the right person. And the only people here were, and he'll point at the commander's body. Him and, well, according to him, his lieutenant.
How do we go about the
I
ritual
wonder
of
if
becoming
this lieutenant still lives.
You
also
want,
that?
You want to learn the ritual to become a host for Praxx?
I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
He'll throw away,
Well-
and he'll point at the walls, and you'll see that. I mean, there's pictures and stuff on the walls. There's all kinds of iconography.
Do we know if this great lieutenant still lives?
I don't know. Her body's not here though.
Can I roll an intelligence check?
Hell yeah.
Let me do it with my brain. Oh God! Oh God! No! God no!
Are we trying to figure out what that intelligence?
2 months, baby.
I was trying to recall, in my brain, if I heard anybody talking about that lieutenant. If that lieutenant is still alive, still around, is that lieutenant like the hero of the Crimson Steps, or is that lieutenant just kind of falling off the map?
So I give you a little bit. Notably, no one has heard much from the Yashane since the war started. It's sort of the fog of war. There's not a lot of information coming and going, so no, you have not heard of her. And there really are no heroes of the steeps. This battle went wrong, and people are not celebrated for this battle.
A butcher's field. A meat grinder.
Yeah.
But she was lieutenant of Yashane, right?
She was a Yashanish
How much we did know?
Yes, you learned that from when you cast Speak with Dead on the commander that is dead at your feet.
Well, that's a start. That's a direction we can look at. Of course, there's many lieutenants in the army. But only one of them is going to be chosen by Praxx.
I'm afraid if we go trying to track down a lieutenant right now, you'll die of this disease within a fortnight. We need to figure out how to get that out of you before we go looking for a lieutenant.
Can I do one more arcane check? Okay, and again, I missed a lot of this stuff. Tembo's like part demon.
So over the weeks of travel, you've witnessed her become more and more demonic.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if that maybe would slow down the disease? Maybe we have more time
Yeah, sure.
than a normal
Mitigate it somehow, yeah.
16.
She seems okay for now. And it seems like maybe she might last longer. You think that it's early enough with that roll? You think it's early enough? You might be able to remove it from her yourself.
Ow.
You know, intelligence, healing stuff through medicine.
Straight up treating a disease.
Yeah, treating the disease
Yeah.
at like a doctor.
But we need to get her. We need to get her to a cleric, essentially. We maybe have the time.
Yeah, you can take her to a cleric, and they might be able to heal her. Yeah.
Okay.
So you
I
go
know
to the
we're
nearest
not the best.
town.
I know we're not the best group to ask, but do any of you know about a holy city around here or something?
Nothing
Where
nearby.
does
Valley of the Star,
priest-
Greystone.
I wonder where the priest of priests lives.
Mardane
much
Mardane
beef
has its astrologer priests and the worshippers of the Titans. They do have healing magic, so you could try Mardane. Yashane also is a very advanced civilization. They definitely have that kind of stuff. And that you're stuck between those two countries at the moment.
Let's look into you, Shane. And on our way to find healing, maybe we find some information about that lieutenant.
Yep.
If we're lucky.
You do know her name. The corpse told you. Her name is Rinka.
Lieutenant Rinka of the Shane.
Yeah, Rinka of Yashane.
And Nazgul was saying that Rinka could inhabit, or Praxx could inhabit Rinka as well.
I don't know. She would have to be a special kind of person for him to just be able to enter her, unless something else happened. I don't know. This is all very strange. It's not above the board.
It logically follows, because I was presuming that it was the general who came down here to wake something up. What if the lieutenant told the general, I have a cool idea, let's go down in here and get a super weapon, and then didn't really tell the commander exactly what he was signing up for. He gets butchered.
It's possible
Lieutenant.
she was a worshipper of Praxx all along and sought to awaken him. The old ones do have their followers.
Interesting. Last thing, what are we gonna do about these people in the cages? Are their cells still sealed?
Yes.
Could you imagine
Sealed.
being locked in here for thousands of years with this dark magic? There's no way we're letting these folks out.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I am,
Should we just
Yes.
I
burn
am
it down?
wary. Oh, go ahead.
No, you want to just set everything on fire and leave?
I don't know. Well, it's all stone. I don't know if we can burn it all. If you can torch this temple,
No, I'm
it's
at
probably
9
best
points,
it's
I
not
can't-
destroyed.
Yeah,
But better it's
you're
destroyed, rather, if we could. But
I'm afraid destroying this place is what unleashed that monster in the first place. We have to seal it back up. I know how to use stone magic, but nothing
Oh.
this advanced. I can send word to the Obsidian Eye. I must speak with stone and darkness, and perhaps they can send a mage to repair this structure.
correct me if I'm wrong. We don't see any starstone here, do we? No
No.
one saw any, right?
You have not found the meteorite, no.
The lieutenant took it.
And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. We will be right back.
I'm fresh out the box.
Welcome back to Fantasy Age from Green Run Publishing. I'm still Johanan. I'm still the game master.
It's me,
I wasn't
Casualty.
done. No, I'm just kidding.
me, Casualty CDG, and Jahan is the man who killed my father. But it hasn't happened yet. I'm a time hopper, and when he does it, it will be in self-defense. You guys are going to be amazed by the entire situation.
I just want to push him down the
But
stairs.
that's a story for a different day. It's this Thursday, and you can use our code Fresh Out the Box at the Green Ronin store to save money, and then we make money, and that's how that works. I'm playing Cedric the Appraiser.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. I'm just from this timeline. I'm just a regular dude who is very pretty and very famous. One of those things is a lie.
That is exactly what a time hopper would tell you.
Well, further information is not available here. On that line, I am reprising my role as Harzar Steelflame, the Orcish Drakish envoy of the Nagami tribe.
So pretty.
Time is a blanket. Don't forget your towel. It's me, Aaron Vamier, and I'm back as Temo Pab.
And what up, dogs? I'm Keon. I'm back as Orgus Skeen of the Silent Valley.
Yeah, so you guys are in this tomb discussing what to do next. There are 6 doors other than the broken one that you guys found the sarcophagus behind. Yeah.
Well, I think we need to prioritize getting Temo to a cleric, to a church, the nearest one we can find.
Should we be thorough here while we're here? Make sure we're not leaving any loose demons loose? Any more loose demons loose?
I believe legends of a good hero would say something like, if even a good one amongst the bunch, we must free it from captivity. Maybe someone was sentenced wrong here. But I don't know these demons, and I don't care to know these demons, and I'll leave quickly if the rest of you are in compliance.
These just for the game master. These doors are all the sealed ones, actually, or are they other doors?
They are
Like,
the
are they the
sealed
like
doors.
Oh yeah. As long as they're all sealed, then that sounds great to me. I
Yeah,
don't
when
trust
we-
what's
when-
behind these doors.
When we have a cure, maybe we can consider coming back and helping these people. But I don't think it'd be wise.
Yeah, because we're at risk of being. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's contagious now, but if it becomes contagious later. Plus, my mission is to learn about this disease, and you are my best chance. Not quite how I wanted to learn, but if we can find a way to study this further and cure it, learn more from you without killing you, then that is my preferred plan.
You should put in a good
Don't
word
worry.
with should put in a good word with the council for a bonus. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I think you've earned the extra danger pay.
Don't worry, if you turn into some undead monstrosity, I'll be happy to kill you. Well, not you, but the creature that inhabits your corpse.
If it ever comes to that, then I would be honored. I know you do it swiftly. And Kiri would allow it. I know that much.
So what are you guys doing?
Wow.
What? So we're traveling into Yishane territory?
I hesitate to think of going to Yashane since it's their lot that's caused this mess. But then again, maybe it's the Act of One and not the Empire. A foolish shaman is not a foolish chief.
If we're not talking about war politics, there are hill giants to the west, and I'd rather not go back that way. I'd rather head north and test my luck against man than giant.
You're right. That would cause a complication that we might not want to deal with. Plus, they're currently fighting the people from the south.
We're on the Yashane-Mardane border?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, getting to Yashane isn't prohibitive. So
Yeah,
plus, we
I'd
might
say
be able to get to the water if we need to get to a town or a city, but there might be one on a border city or something like that, or border town even.
Yeah, there's these river boundary.
You are near the river boundary of Mardane and Yashane. Yeah.
Maybe we cross that river, go to Yashane, just take a little peek in, see what this is.
Yeah, and my sash should grant us passage since the valley has no stake in this war yet. Anyway.
You sure you want to carry one of those old Alliance flags into Yashane territory?
I'm gathering historical artifacts. I'm not flying the thing. I'm not gonna do that. And besides, I may even return their banner as a show of goodwill or some such. Humans like such things and don't appreciate war trophies.
Real quick, remind me, the captain, you said that the captain is here. The captain's just dead on the ground? Or
Yeah.
The captain isn't the mummy that we... Right? The captain was just a corpse?
Correct.
And we probably spoke to the captain.
You spoke to the
last
captain's
time, and then
body.
I just...
That's how you know
Did
about
we?
the lieutenant. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we take some kind of identifying thing, if he has, like, a ring or a...
Hey, you can take a sigil ring
captain's
off of him.
sig-
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Signet ring.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather
Ring,
not touch a dead body if I don't have to.
I'm already
One
inoculated,
last
so I'll
question.
touch this.
Yeah, exactly.
If this is a prison, and I think we've decided it is, I wonder if there's an evidence room, some kind of chest or lockup where they took all these people's most powerful items.
You can't see through two of the doors. They don't have windows.
That's right, there was a vault.
We could try that door, and if there is something behind it that should be in prison or otherwise not out in the world, then I'm sure Kierig would grant us one more victory.
Kick the door open, kill evil if we find it, celebrate if we get treasure. Convinced.
Sounds good.
Perhaps we should give. How are you feeling, Temo?
Not too great.
How about
Not
we
too
just
great.
take a quick 5 minutes to just catch our breaths, think about where we're going next, and then we'll check one of the rooms. Maybe we can loot it. That's probably a good thing to do.
I know these rooms are magically sealed, but do you think my stone magic could get around, under, or above?
You know more of such things than I do.
Take your rest. I'll go mess around.
I just did a roll to see if I could figure out how to open these doors, but that was a bad roll. So
What's the short rest healing, Benny? Again.
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Ken, you made an arcane lore check for what?
see if I could figure out how to open like the doors or the vaults,
Oh,
but
there
it
it
was
is.
a pretty bad roll. So
What, an 11? Yeah, you can tell that there's probably some sort of magic key.
are any runes still glowing? Are any runes still glowing?
No, those ones are all out. In the, are you talking about the one from the destroyed cell?
Anywhere, any of the things still glowing? Are
The
there
ones
any
in the
glowing
intact,
runes
all the intact cells have glowing runes around them
on the outside.
on the outside.
Huh. Can I put the signet ring up to a rune and see if that does anything?
It does not do anything. I mean, it always pays to try, though. Sorry, what's people doing?
He's looking up
they
short rest
are-
stuff.
Yeah, once they are rested, I want to try to use my stone magic, but I don't want to cut them off from their rest.
If they're gonna take a rest,
So-
we'll just give it to them, and so you can add the health or whatever after you figure it out. But you can go ahead and do your stone magic stuff.
Let me see. I cast a 13. I needed an 11, so I do successfully cast. I'm going to walk over to what I'm going to call the first door that we can't see through and put my hands on both sides of the wall around the door. And I'm going to try to feel through the stone whether I can go above and drop in, whether I can push underneath and come through. I know this thing's magically sealed, but maybe not from all angles. So I'm going to sit and speak with this stone and see if I can push through and get around.
It does seem like there is containment magic placed over the whole thing, but you think you could get through if you didn't go through the main door.
I can open a tunnel. Close your eyes and go through. Let's hope what's on the other side isn't as bad as that last guy.
And I'll walk through the stone.
You walk in. You walk through the stone. It is a dimly lit with purple light kind of room. There's mage lights hanging in the corners. It's not very big. There is a pedestal with a large tome wrapped in chains sitting upon it.
No. No, you like the Necronomicon too much. That's not a good book.
I don't like the Necronomicon.
Besides, it could be the King in Yellow. It's totally different.
Yeah, it's just Le Cult des Ghouls. It's fine.
I'm reading that right now. That's weird that you just said that.
Well, Morgus, it just looks like a book. Nothing the rest of us could use.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I'm the only literate member of the pod.
Hey, I can read, darn you.
Do you want that magic book? You're not a sorcerer.
What does 14 Death Arcana roll tell me about that book?
You can sense its power calling to you.
What kind of power?
Nobody chains up a regular book.
Yeah, that's pretty suspicious. But again, if I am inoculated to the plague, I do feel like I can fuck with it. Can I remove the chains, or is it some kind of like enchantment situation?
You don't know how to remove the chains. It's not chained to the pedestal, though. It's chained close.
Cleaned up. Right.
Enchantment.
You can take it, though. You can take the whole
Enchantment.
thing, chains and all.
Is there a lock on it of some kind? I ask you. I'm not looking at it.
You'll see a lock.
Can I... Arcane Blast has no magic points, right?
Yep.
With Arcane Blast?
Yeah, go ahead.
11, 270 points? What does that do?
Just roll damage.
Oh, I did. And again... Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, Arcane Blast is the one you just fire because it's not. It's your.
Yeah.
6 damage with 2 stun points.
You blast it with an arcane blast. It seems unfazed.
Okay.
You like
Cool.
knock
I
it
guess
off
I'll
the
just-
pedestal.
Some sturdy chains they lock with. Any idea what sort of arcana it is?
Yeah, was it Death Arcana?
When you pick up the book, it is some sort of strange leather covering the whole thing, stitched together. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a dark
is it-
black.
Is it people leather?
It could be people leather. It's hard to tell.
Morgus might know people leather.
I think Norbert has already decided this is definitely people.
Did you take
putting-
it? Did you take it out of the room?
I'm taking it out of there. I'm putting in quote not the Necronomicon in my.
The second you take it out of the room, Temo, you can sense its demonic presence.
That's something that probably should be imprisoned like the others. As I say, as you walk out with it.
Nose Glove, like as soon as you walk out, he looks at you. Like he's like, "What?"
I mean, I can leave it here if the party feels unsafe, but I'll be the only one in contact with it. So.
Just to play devil's advocate before we put the book back. This demonic book may contain the knowledge we need to stop a demonic plague.
I mean, I'm not one to speak about taking out demonic things that maybe shouldn't be there, but Well, just it reeks of demonology. I don't know how else to say it.
Morgus, this is gonna weigh on you. Do you think you have the self-discipline and willpower to control such a book? Or would you allow such a book to control you?
Metagaming answer. I have a willpower of 4. I think I got this. I've beheld many a strange tome in my attempt to understand this demonic plague. I feel like I can handle it, but if you need if I'm needed to put me down, just make sure you put my bones on display somewhere nice.
Deal.
Cool.
Not all that comes
I
from
put it
hell
in-
needs to be feared.
I put
You
it in
got
my
your hands
bag, which
full
I
now,
just
son.
remembered. We already established my bag is made of human skin, so I put the book made of human skin in my bag.
Yeah. Like, this is not the creepiest thing I've seen from Morgus.
The book is like, rubbing its face against the bag. The book.
A bunch of ooze just comes out from between the pages as the book finishes.
Oh no!
Book of Slanesh.
All
No,
right, so
damn
now-
you. No.
Hey.
No.
You know what? I accidentally gave you Elden Ring. You said something. I accidentally gave you the Necronomicon. So riddle me this: Have
Now
you ever
we're
seen
going-
a book come? I don't think so. Jahan
To the
original.
other door. We're going to the other door.
Not answering that question on stream.
Other door, and I'm gonna magic my way under and into this room as well, and beckon my team forth. Would you like me to roll the spell again?
Nah,
The team.
no, you just do it. You enter this other room. There's a lot more stuff in this room. There's stone weapons in here. There's some armor, some strange scrolls here and there. This is a lot more cluttered. There's a lot more stuff in here.
I'll probably look over some of the papers to see if there's anything of importance. Like anything that talks about the place. I'm just skimming. Like, I'm not reading each of the scrolls in detail. It's like, here's how to maintain a shelf. Like, you know.
None of the
gonna
scrolls are about
really-
shelf maintenance.
Well, that's why
gonna
that's why
really-
it's such a mess.
Really loudly, I'm gonna be crowbarring and popping open crates and stuff. Just no chill about it. You know, there's no reason to keep these crates intact. No one cares.
It's not really crates. It's more like stone coffers style. But yeah, you can probably
Breaking it, pop them open. As long as it's not ashes, you know, I'm not gonna break a bunch of ashes.
You'll notice a lot of the items are individually wrapped with different kinds of rope or chain or bindings.
What do you think's in here? Dark spirits?
I did another Death Arcana to see if I sense anything particularly necrotic or anything.
You can tell the implements in this room have taken much life in their time.
And on a scale of 1 to demony, how is it in this room? With a 13.
You know, you could sense some stuff, but
I feel like this whole place.
it's not. Yeah, it's the whole
Stinks.
place, but this room has its own for sure. But it's not anything like the other two presences you sensed.
I have a question. With the book, you said Temo only noticed it was demonic after we took it out of the purple room.
Because she wasn't in the room.
Okay. Okay.
But she's
Are
in this room,
these-
so.
Are these spirits that are in the coffers, or are they like items or things? Is it more like scrolls and potions, or
It's
are
like
they,
it's like scrolls and yeah. There is a potion on a table
But it's,
that is sealed, but there is also it's mostly items. Random, very random looking stuff: necklaces, rings, coins.
Confiscation room.
I'm taking
Morgus wants
all
to.
of this.
He wants to do what they teach you in chemistry. He wafts the potion. I want to know what this potion does.
You have to open it. It's sealed.
Like a magic seal.
it is sealed. It's sealed with wax.
Oh, fucking yeah! I did. I opened it.
Give me an intelligence check. Arcane lore.
I did.
Oh, 15. That's not bad. You've never seen a potion quite like this. You're not sure what would happen if you drink it, but you don't think it would be good. It's not a poison, though. It just seems like it has ill intent.
So it's definitely not a healing potion.
No, it's black.
3 sub points for extra information.
Extra information. This potion. It lets you see things you're not supposed to see. You think it might have hallucinogenic powers, but it feels like there might be more to it than that. Like there might be. It doesn't smell like hallucinogen. Hallucinogens don't smell like anything, but you can tell it's a mind-altering substance that.
Yeah, I think Morgus rolls the dice with this one. And
Yeah,
maybe,
man.
You're gonna drink it right now?
Of course he is.
You drink the whole
I'll
bottle?
take a sip. I want a sip. I'm not gonna drink the whole thing. I want a sip of it.
You take a sip,
That's all.
your mouth goes numb.
It makes a cat noise.
Makes it cat noise.
Makes a cat noise. Sorry, my cat wants to
Okay.
eat right now.
Yeah.
She's very vocal. But you take a sip, your mouth goes numb. You don't feel anything, really, that you notice.
It's some weak shit. Give me some strong stuff.
What'd you take, Gary? You said you took something?
Oh yeah, all those necklaces and rings and stuff. If nobody's taking those, I'm just gonna scoop them all into
Just
my
gonna
bag.
scoop a bag of random.
Mm-hmm.
And just to reiterate, they're not loose in there. They are like wrapped up in different.
Oh yeah.
bindings. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is our one chance to loot a bunch of cursed shit. I'm not gonna miss my opportunity to loot a vault full of cursed magic items and introduce a bunch of dark magic to the world.
Okay.
Not gonna miss the chance.
That's fair.
Wait. Let's do one last thing. I'm gonna shut up for a second. I'm gonna do. I have more stuff. I have 3 more stuff points because of Corbinia. I'm gonna do 3 more for compensate to ignore the penalties of the potion. And I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
Is that a thing?
Chug.
Compensate? What's that?
And it's like, while performing a task, you learn how to work these strategies. You ignore environment. So I'm stretching it. So tell me if I can do this. Your environmental penalties to future tests in the same location. So like essentially, like with this thing, I want to ignore penalties.
So like maybe the place itself doesn't make the thing worse. Like all that's happening is the potion, and not like the ambient evil in the room.
Fair enough. You take it. Some time will have to go by, and I'll let you know what happens. What else? What else is being touched in here? People want to make any checks or anything?
The most I'm looking for is maybe some sort of history roll or anything like that. I'm not looking for magic scrolls. I'm looking for anything that would be historically or relevant to bring to my chief later on.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there are history scrolls. They're not in languages you can really read, but you can tell that they have significance through drawings and that kind of thing.
Okay, I'll grab like a few of them and put them in my bag.
Floating
I may not be able
boom.
to speak them, but I can get this to Greystone. The chief can get it to someone in Greystone who might know it, or one of our tribesmen might already know the language.
Yeah, sure.
Floating
If
boom,
anybody
folks.
if anybody else wants any of this stuff that I just shoved into the bag, I mean, feel free to have first pick at it. I'm just gonna take whatever's left.
So you guys are looking around.
I've got enough.
Yeah. You got enough. Okay.
I was just gonna say I've already carrying a demonic disease and got a demonic gem in my hand, and my bloodline is apparently infused with some sort of demonic situation. So I'm good. I'm good on the curse stuff.
You've got a little guy. You've got a little demon guy.
I got a little demon guy on contract. It's I got the whole 9 rolling. You can keep the spooky gems and jewels.
Yeah. I definitely want anything that has a gem or a jewel in it, without a doubt.
Just for
That is
resale.
definitely a focus of mine. Yeah, because gems and jewels, man, it's in my blood. I may have left that family, but I still love gems and jewels. Anything
I won't be
shiny.
claiming any of that stuff just because I'm not. I am. On one part, I consider it part of your payment because that's why I didn't want to stop you looting because that is a right of most most expeditions. So I wouldn't want to refuse you that. And secondly, I'm trying my best to stay true to the teachings I know rather than weapons and practices that I don't know very well. That's why I wouldn't want to take the book, even if I was the only person who knew a little bit about magic, simply because that isn't my primary training. I have magic tattooed upon me, but I am no mage, for example.
I say we hang out here for a minute while he trips on his juice while we wait to see the effects. Let's seal the earth passage and just hang out in this room to make sure.
You guys gonna trips at me?
Yeah, we're gonna babysit you during your trip for sure.
I left like enough little tiny splash in there that if we needed to like take a sample to somebody, there's like this tiny splash left in the jar, and
What they would call a non-usable amount.
right.
A sample size,
Time starts passing, and then it stops. For
Time?
for Morgus, just up and stops. No one's moving. You're just sort of sitting there.
Am I moving?
Kinda. You can move with great effort, slowly. You're not sure if you're breathing.
No.
You start to feel kind of numb everywhere.
Cool.
You can see your friends disappear, and where they were standing, energy appears. Different colored energy. Cedric's is dark. Temo's is just a flame. And then Hazar is sort of like a greenish gold color.
Cool.
And everything
What
else
happens if I look at
falls away.
the book right now? What is it? What do I see?
So you look towards your flesh bag. And sitting there, you see sort of like a small, like a Frankenstein, but it's like a child sort of size. Like it's not a child. It looks more like a little person. Like it's a smaller person, just sort of sitting there like a weird hatched together homunculus. Probably about 2 feet tall, sort of like stubby proportions, naked, and just made out of hacked together flesh. And it looks at you with these black eyes.
Hey, what's your name?
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Hi. I think this will work. You'll do nicely. It starts smiling, and like its teeth, like as it smiles, like its mouth keeps getting bigger, and its teeth like are coming out of its gums.
A trip, man. A trip, bro. Oh, what are you gonna do with me?
I guess you'll see.
Oh, Scoob.
But he'll sort of disappear. Just
Cool. The book became a Frankenstein little person.
that's what the book looked like, yeah. In this place.
All right.
But everything else is gone now. You're just kind of floating there. You can see your friend's energy sort of grow in distance. And you can just you start to kind of sense the universe a little. You open up to it. You can feel things. You're tripping pretty hard at this point. It feels more like a really extreme trip at this point. Not quite as scary. Almost enjoyable. But slowly you move away from everything that is. You wind up in a dark, dark place.
Oh, is this a K-hole?
You can't see anything. You're in complete darkness. You can't feel your body. You start to lose sense of self. And you kind of just fade away. And then you hear in your mind this deep ah, and then you're back and you're sober.
Oh god. Well, how long was I tripping out, guys?
You're tripping out for hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I lost count.
Are we still there? Or did you guys carry me somewhere else?
Nah, we've just been waiting in this dark room.
Oh.
Benefited from a long rest? A long rest. A proper rest, I should say.
Yeah, can we get a rest while he's doing this business?
Oh yeah, you guys can do a full rest, yeah.
Hell
Do
yeah.
I get a full rest too?
Sure.
You don't have to.
No, I'll allow it. For
Alright,
reasons.
John's like, I felt fully rested after a fucking bad trip.
So
It really makes you just feel alive, you know?
I know.
You don't get the rest benefit for 2 days, but then when you do, you feel just exhilarated, you've never felt so good, you know what I mean?
You feel like
2
doing
days
extreme
later.
sports.
You feel like
After
that
a
post-workout
horrible
muscle, like, fatigue, but, like, good. When you come to, Nuzglove's just sitting there looking at you, curled up like a cat.
That wants attention.
Hey, little guy.
He gives you a curious
Starting to-
look.
I saw. Normally, when I look at people, I just see their bones. But I feel like now I see people's whole. I see their entirety. I feel like there's maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of thinking to do about what I just experienced.
Maybe you're growing as a person.
I guess so. Maybe.
Nuzglove looks at Demo and shakes his head like, nah, that's not what's happening.
Is the book still in my bag?
Yeah, everything's still there.
You feeling over right there, Morgus?
Yeah. I'm a little foggy headed, but I think that was in the long run that was a beneficiary experience. I don't know what I just experienced, but I think I liked it.
Reminds me of Shaman's Vision quest. Although they drink a potion. Never mind. Same difference, really, except far more pleasant surroundings.
We are at like day 5 or 6 since I bought this loaf of bread, so we're gonna go ahead and use this before it gets bad. I'm gonna spin the loaf of bread. Spin the loaf of bread and 1/3 pound of honey. We're just gonna have a honey and bread smorgasbord while he's tripping out.
Oh, that sounds.
That does help me feel better.
You don't like honey
Can
and
someone-
bread, Corbinian?
No.
What?
Just honey and bread, really?
Yeah.
I mean, if there's nothing else to eat, I guess, you know.
Honey and bread is
That's what I'm
delicious.
thinking. Like,
Well-
I bought it because it's like stuff that we could eat in caves, and I figure
Yeah,
it's better.
it'll
than-
keep.
and it's better than a handful of nuts and berries. You know what I mean? Like we get to eat honey. You know, I don't
I'll
know.
give
I thought
you
it
a
would be
handful
nice break.
of nuts.
You don't have to have any if you don't want any. You could just have crusty ass bread.
Oh no, he'll numb at it, but he'll just be kind of like it's not he's not excited to eat. It's more of a I need sustenance and I'm gonna eat what I have because I don't want to throw away food. It's not like he's not as excited as he would be for like beef jerky. He'd be way more excited for that.
Yo, I've got 3 pounds of dried meat. You can have a half pound of dried meat.
Well, I'll have that instead of the honey. You guys can have all the honey you want.
Bam, there you go. I changed that also from 3 to 2.5, so you can have a bunch of jerky.
Woo. Bread and
That's why
jerky.
I'm carrying
Pizza.
food, man. We're feeling good.
Nuzglove's gonna saddle over to Hazar.
This is my meat. Back off.
You don't eat all of it.
I will eat you. Get away from my meat.
I would like to see that. He glares at you. He seems
Unfortunately-
sincere.
Unfortunately, you're protected by an oath, so I can't go around eating you.
You can't project. You can't protect all the jerky all the time. He'll say, and he'll sneak off. But yeah, so you guys are in this tomb room. You got your full rest in by the mage light.
you bind the jerky as your bound weapon.
I can only do one at a time. I can only do two at a time.
Can't get it now.
Yes, the sacred tattoos to lead you on your journey of war. You put what in them exactly, sir? I put jerky in them.
I've got a gun in one and beef jerky in the other. Oh man, what are you, a Texan?
Yeah, no, I am glad. I'll be glad to take our leave from this place, this awful, awful place.
Absolutely.
You guys exit the confiscated stuff room. I forgot the word for it. You guys exit. You're back in the main room.
I know this place is mostly stone, but it's been here for generations. Would you say there's dirt in this place?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna fill up my 6 empty jars with dirt while we're here.
Why do you have 6 empty jars?
Remember, I got 6 empty jars when we were in the place last session when we were in the camp.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Can I find 6 jars? And you were like, yeah, whatever, fine. You can find 6 empty jars, I guess. Well, now they're full of dirt.
Okay. I've got a jar of dirt.
And I've got them, like, you guys see them. They're strapped all over me with ropes now. Like, I've got, like, bandoliers of jars of dirt. For whatever reason.
Yeah, dwarf things. I don't know.
Did you guys just camp out for, like, a loose 8, or did you wait until sunrise?
Might as well wait till sunrise, because we might as well wait till we have light and then travel by that. No sense traveling through a death ground, a battleground at night.
Fair enough.
Break of dawn.
Hey, come on. Let me out. Please, don't leave me here. It's not humane.
Who's this?
The guy in the cell that you talked to last time, Solomon.
If we even wanted to get you out, how would we do that?
I don't know, probably the same way you got out of that other cell.
Oh, wow, you saw all that, huh?
Well, there's not a lot to do in here.
What do you guys want to do?
I can't. I'm out of magic. I say
We rest-
really flat.
Oh.
No, I say that really flatly to the guy in the cell. I just completely no-sell it. Like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Come on, please. You can't. You don't understand what it's like. All this time.
What color? Can I still see people's soul energy, or is that just while I was tripping?
You can see stuff. Sure.
What does his soul look like?
It's all blocked off by the door's magic.
Shit.
Let me ask you something, prisoner.
Ask away.
Well, for one, what's your name? What village are you from?
My name's
What's
Solomon.
your dad's first name? And I'm basically I'm interrogating him to make sure he's not just some ghost playing at a person. It's a real person with real history.
He'll give
So
you
I'm rapid firing.
He'll give you the name of a village you don't recognize. You don't know his dad. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but he isn't doing the weird like, what's your dad's name? Jim. You know, like he's making it up as he's going along.
No,
Kaiser Soze.
no, he'll answer your questions. He'll answer your village. What questions do you ask specifically?
I ask for rapid fire. Ask for his name, the name of his village, his father's first name, what unit's he with, what year is it? other questions my character probably think of, but those are the ones I think that he should know off the top of his head that he'd be able to answer quickly.
He answers most of them. He doesn't. He has trouble with what year it is.
Can I get some sort of? That may be more perception. Unfortunately, I was trying to lean that into a communication investigation check to see if I can try to trick him into giving himself up if he's play acting. Like I'm trying to get him to stumble.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna
Or
whisper
deception.
to the party. We just rested. There's no way he's gonna be any tougher than that thing we just killed. If we gotta kill him, we kill him. If not, we let him free. What do you think?
Yeah. Exactly. Come on.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear any of that. I was whispering.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, can I get some sort of perception or communication roll to see if he's
Yeah, go ahead.
if he's screwing with me?
Yeah, you can do an insight check. Or yeah. Something along those lines.
Oof.
I
I guess an 8.
It's hard to tell. He seems strained, like he's on the verge of madness, but that's understandable in his situation.
I'm afraid the last creature may have been more powerful, but whatever that is may be more clever.
He can't have been that clever.
Hello.
He has been locked in a cell for a very long time.
And we're about to let him walk free.
There's no way I can sense any demonic energy through that barrier either, is there? Or do I? No.
What if we just pop open the barrier just enough to where I can see his soul, she can sense demonic energy, we can do an arcana check. You know?
That sounds like all a clever one would need.
Look, back before I was all groovy, I would have said leave him in here, let him rot. Now I understand, man. We're all connected, all right? We're all cut from the same piece of God's cloth,
Don't.
you know?
Morgus, you're human, aren't you?
We're all carved from the same stone, Morgus. Everybody knows that.
He lost me there too.
Fair.
But all right, Morgus. I will be honest with you. I feel no compunction to help someone who's not of the tribe, nor do I wish to endanger the expedition I'm with. But if it weighs heavy on your soul, and you feel compelled to do right, then I won't hold a musket to your head to force you otherwise. If you want to try and free an innocent person and lift your soul, I'll load my musket. If he tries something, he dies here. But but I'll let you do what you like. I'm not.
Well, ultimately,
You're helping me out anyway, so I owe you something anyway.
The one I'm trying to convince is Cedric, because he's the one that has to open it up. So it's up to him.
I'm gonna walk over to the cell and look Solomon straight in the eyes.
We are going to let you out of this cell. And whether you were good or were evil does not matter. What matters now is when we free you, you owe a debt to each one of us. That's 4 debts. Do you agree to this?
He'll move away from the bars and like look at you. He'll look at the 4 of you. I suppose I could do that.
I put my hands on the ground and open a little tunnel.
Come on through.
Demo.
He walks towards the wall. He steps out. He looks around. He does a stretch. Oh, jeez. You have no idea how good it feels to be out of there.
How's that 14 on demonic vibes?
You sense no demonic energy.
Will you
Can
travel with us, or will you travel alone?
I will travel on my own for now.
Until our paths cross again.
And I'll reach to like grab his forearm and give him a proper handshake.
He'll give you one. You see his arm tense as he grabs you, and he looks at you. He gives you A strange look. And then he lets go and he walks away.
Oh, I click as he's moving away from. Once he steps away from Cedric, I click the hammer back on my musket. Oh, I'm not done.
He looks at your weapon.
You're from Machine, right?
If you please.
No, I'm asking you. You're from Machine, correct?
I'm from the north.
How far north?
A few days.
Good. You owe me a favor, don't you?
I do.
Then I want to see a city.
You want him
With
to
a
lead
pro-
you somewhere?
Yep. I want to see a
Seems
city
you
with a
will
temple.
not travel alone after all.
Like, he's letting it go. I'm not. That's him
I
being
love
nice.
that. That's what I'm just gonna kind of say that from the dark corner I'm standing in with my arms crossed.
And I'll know when I'm holding the musket. I'm not like up. I'm kind of like casually, just like hip wise. Like, I'm not taking him super seriously, but I am threatening him. Like, it's not.
You heard him.
He'll think about it. I have something I must attend to urgently, but I can meet you at your camp tonight.
What's so urgent?
That is my business.
I disagree. We saved your life.
I owe you a favor, nothing more.
You owe us your life.
He sort of like starts pacing around you a little bit. And I will pay my debt. But I must attend to something urgently.
Fine, we go together. You think you're the first man in a hole who's tried to cheat me out of a favor?
I am no cheat, he says, very, like, kind of offended. A little bit.
Says a man who was in a prison cell in a butcher ground.
Yes, well, that is merely a circumstance, not a mark of my character, he'll say. Look, you'll have your favor, I promise you this. But...
Oh, I'm following. I am following you. That's happening. If you need to do some sort of rite or prayer or some other such, then fine. But I will not have you wander off into the dark to disappear on your whim. I have no reason to take you at your word other than what the gods would suffer upon you. But I don't wait for gods to bring judgment. That's what the musket's for. Oh, and Temo, but I think Temo's done enough work for today, but I think Temo could use a bit of exercise.
It might feel good to spill a little bit of blood after everything else here.
He looks out through the crack in the slab. We have to wait.
Of course we do.
Wait for what?
It's not safe to go out there right now.
Is it not daytime yet?
No, it is daytime.
When is it safe to go out?
It should be safer around nightfall. Things are a little calmer out there, he'll say.
We need to look. We need to get our
I've heard
friends.
a lot of things in my years, but I've never heard that spirits are less active at night.
Well, the ones that die during the day are.
Oh. You're worried about undead walkers of some kind.
Yeah, we shouldn't go out there. I hear things. I've been in that cell for so long. I've heard many things during the day, but not so much at night.
Well, look, we're no slouches in combat, okay? The fact of the matter is, we have to get our friend here to a cleric as soon as possible. We can't wait any longer than we already have, so you need to go attend to your business, and we'll be with you.
We'll even protect you to wherever it is you're going.
Unless you know of some way to get rid of this demonic plague. In which case, I'll use my favor now and you can be on your way as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I was here when it started. I'm not sure.
Tell us about that.
I'm not sure what happened in that room. He'll gesture towards the tomb. That girl walked out of there. That young woman. Something about her. She was frightening, he'll say.
Was she holding some sort of metal object?
She was holding a blade.
I kind of like nod my head at Harzar, like, yeah, good call. You're right about that.
Did she have something like this? And I hold up the signet ring.
I mean, she bore a symbol of Ishane, yeah.
All right.
But you don't know how to stop this, and you don't have the power to heal this.
I don't think so. Yeah, you could try.
He could try.
You could try.
Try.
He could try an intelligence. He can try an intelligence healing check on her.
Could I not do that?
Yeah, you can. You just roll like shit.
Oh.
I mean, you can try again. It's a new day. If you want to try.
But let him do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's been
time, yeah.
it's been a new day.
It's a brand new day. Yeah.
Actually, I need to look it up. One sec. DM needs to look something up.
Oh, good.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Dark spells.
There you are when Cthulhu comes out of your butt.
Actually, what am I talking about? There's that Fantasy Age Cthulhu. What am I talking about?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Cthulhu Awakens. Yes, sir. I have all the
Oh,
books
really?
too.
Sweet.
When does this happen?
During the first blood moon.
Make
Why
a
do you crack
Constitution
moon?
stamina check, demo.
Well, fudge.
Shit.
You eat your Wheaties every day, right?
I do. I got a 16
Make one
because of the Wheaties I ate this morning.
No.
One more.
14.
There's two floating up there, by the way.
There are 2 floating boons. Would you like to use one?
I might as well on that 14. Let's just
Reroll that one.
give that a reroll.
There you
Hey,
go.
Alrighty.
19 then for the second one.
So funny enough, because this was done to you with this spell, you actually cure yourself. It does not survive in your demonic blood.
Yo.
I forgot to roll earlier, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
He'll look you over, be like, I think this one will be okay. It seems that it is past.
Hmm.
I've been
Yes,
feeling
still
better
owe me
since
that.
the rest.
I get still a favor then.
Yeah.
That's true. I did this one myself. It doesn't count.
Wait, you just got better?
She did. She
I
survived.
No, that's Harzar just being flabbergasted. It's like, what?
I wonder.
There's
well,
a thing.
perhaps demonic plague, demonic bloodline.
Yeah,
Maybe
demonic
it's
cure. Your blood's the cure. Or it could be anyway.
there is a suggestion that we would be tainting entire communities of people with demonic blood. So
Well,
What
they
could
have demonic-
really go wrong?
it's an
well,
idea. It's an
yeah,
idea.
perhaps.
Certainly, I appear to have recovered.
Perhaps
Naturally.
mages smarter than us can orchestrate such a thing and remove the demonic blood. Unless, of course,
Well-
the demonic blood is the cure.
Well, now I'm at a loss. I was all in a rush to get you somewhere to Healed. You're fine.
Yeah, I admit that this situation is a little confusing, but it's because there's two things at play here that you were not privy to.
Yeah. Well, shoot.
You'll hear a bolt of lightning.
You'll
hear the pitter-patter of rain begin to fall.
I think we could stay in here. I don't want to be walking around in a thunderstorm.
I hate rain.
I like rain fine. It's lightning that kills you.
Are you sure?
Well, we have the time.
I mean, if you really want to, we can leave. But
Oh, now we can wait.
I mean, you're the one that was worried about. Now we were in a hurry because we thought Tema, our friend here, was gonna keel over from her illness, but we have the time to wait and help you with your quest, as it were, or your task.
sure, he'll sit there. He looks kind of fidgety. I suppose we can wait. You just seem so... And he'll look at your gun. Persistent earlier.
Oh, I was until I was looking at the clock of a dying warrior. I banished the gun. But now we're not quite outside of the gun, so to speak, and
This guy's wearing Mardane regalia or Ishane?
It looks more like Yashane. He's wearing he's just wearing a linen shirt, black pants and breeches. Nothing too identifying on him. He is a tallish sort of guy, not overly tall. He's about 5'10". Dark hair, blue eyes. Sort of handsome. Maybe like 30, 35, somewhere around there. Not particularly old.
yeah, the Nagami tribe are not ones to let warriors in their care be untended. It would be shameful of me not to do everything in my power to reverse what happened. Now, the urgency is gone.
Sure. Water under the bridge, he'll say. And he'll sort of smile at you. But you can tell there's like an anger there, a resentment.
I just smirk at him and shrug, like, I don't feel guilty about what I did.
You will spend the day doing what you do. What do you guys do? Anything of note?
I'll chat with the guy about what he knows about Yashane, because now he's a source of Yashane information.
He'll start talking about the lands to the north and, their layout. He can't remember the closest village. He feels like it's this one. But he's not sure given the climate of the war. There is he talks about a lot of the geography leading up there. Best ways to travel, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Timo, I'm mostly just pacing around, pause for a moment to do a gear inspection, maybe polish the helmet and the rest of the armor. Double check the fittings on where I finagled that dwarven plate. Make sure everything's all nice and secure. And then I actually might want to spend some time with the gemstone in my hand. Actually, no. Instead of spending time with it alone, I actually take it to Cedric and I say, I don't remember if we've done this, but this stone here in my hand, is this one that you recognize, or is there something that you can hear from it that I can't?
There's something
offer in my palm.
Infernal and unnatural about that stone. Certainly nothing I've seen before, but maybe Maybe I could recall a legend about such a thing.
Yeah.
Let me go with a little bit of arcane lore intelligence.
That could work. Do you have history?
I have evaluation in arcane lore,
Okay, yeah. You
but
can
my
make it
flat intelligence isn't terrible. Okay,
No,
arcane lore.
yeah, you get it.
Slap it. I rolled a 20 arcane lore.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
The cut is very, very, very high quality. It's pretty much a perfectly cut ruby. You've never seen a gem quite that pristine before. It's something that a dwarf even would have trouble achieving. It does seem unnatural because of that. It seems elevated. It seems like something that a mortal couldn't have possibly done. And you've heard, you're a dwarf, you know about craftsmanship, that kind of thing. And from that angle, you kind of understand that something so perfect like that probably wasn't created by a mortal. It was probably created by a demon or a god or something.
So I'll relay that information to you that I was right, it is unnatural. It's unnaturally cut. There's no way somebody could cut it like that, not even the best smiths that I've ever met. And I come from a gem cutting clan, originally.
It catches the light in such a perfect way that it projects essentially a hologram of whoever's looking at into the gem. Which, you can't cut a gem like that. That's not a thing. But yeah, so you also recall, there are, as a dwarf, there's lost lore and history of particular stones that are considered holy or magic of great strength. They are called Titan stones, and they come from primordials. So it could have something to do with that, or it could be something else.
My people call these types of stones Titan stones. They've been around since, as far as we can tell, the dawn of time. Maybe something the primordials left on purpose, maybe something that chipped off of them. However, power comes with these things. And it seems you have some shard of maybe primordial fire.
And if you can put
Just
all
to
6 in the gauntlet, then you have changed.
I see. And that power comes, no question, that's for certain. But it is helpful to know a little more about what exactly I'm dealing with here. Thank you, Cedric.
Yeah, no problem. I grew up listening to stories of stones, so sharing my knowledge is nice from time to time.
There's another boon.
If anyone else comes across any expensive jewelry, I'm always happy to take a look at it.
In my downtime, I'm going to speak to Shadow and Stone. I am going to speak into the darkness and let them know about this place with the broken stone that should be mended to quell whatever is in here. And I'll also let them know I have a bunch of treasure to bring back to them at some point, and that we're headed to Yashane.
Absolutely. It's entirely possible that when you return, some of your companions might notice that you don't have a shadow anymore. But, yeah.
A thing to loop back on for mine before I forget. I would like to try, as part of that talking with him and chatting with him, I'm going to try to push for a persuasion check on the basis that I don't care that he doesn't like me a ton. Like, I probably make him like me less. But I do want him to feel better about everyone else who basically helped him out or are being super nice. But I'm also doing this because I'm trying to activate one of my abilities. So I'm using this as a two-prong.
Okay.
Getting to know you. These people are cool. They're from neat places. Yeah, screw you. I don't like, you don't like me, I don't like you, but these people are nice. By the way, what's your town like? Yada, yada, yada. So I'm trying to improve his attitude toward the rest of the party, if not me.
That's fair.
Does 15 manage to do that?
15's not bad. I mean, you guys are neutral, and he doesn't hate you. He doesn't like you, but he'll listen to you talk. He seems interested in what you're saying, what you're asking. He'll ask you about your homeland, that kind of stuff.
So if that succeeds, I'm going to use my ability of double talk.
Yeah.
Since I'm an expert in manipulating people, I get I can do a social stunt for 2 less. I generated 2. I'm going to make sway less expensive. It's normally 4 down to 2. I'm going to shift his attitude up. So I'm going to make him not neutral but open, because I think the next step up is open.
Okay. You'll notice he relaxes during the conversation a bit. He'll say something to the effect of, you guys seem okay, I suppose. You did save me, so maybe I should relax a bit.
Yeah, I'm an envoy of a very warlike tribe. We tend to take things, the threat of violence is not a personal matter. It's a defense of the tribe matter. So, I respect you as a possible threat. Yada, 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 yada.
Fair enough. But he'll shrug. And, he'll answer any questions you pose to him, more or less. I mean, he's a little cagey sometimes, but...
Well, yeah. Oh, and I'll share one of my beef jerky with him, because he doesn't have real food. And we're going to be here for a while.
He'll take it. He'll say thanks.
Better say thanks. Beef jerky. You want to
Does he
honey and bread?
eat it?
Perception check.
Good.
That scares me a little
I
bit.
have good perception. Can I add searching? May I add searching?
No, you can add seeing. If you had it.
That was a good try.
Yet. It was a good try. I rolled a 10 with 1 stunt point.
Yeah, you watch him. You notice him. It looks like he's eating it.
Okay. It looks like he's eating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see him put it in his mouth. Chew. All that good stuff.
Sorry, what is he eating?
Beef jerky.
Yeah, I shared some of my beef jerky with him while we were talking.
Cool. Wait, what color? What does his soul look like?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. I thought you had completely
I forgot.
forgotten once we let him out of the cell.
It looks weird. Looks black.
Ha!
But not black in the way that Gary's was black?
No.
Like dark? Or Cedric's?
No, it seems withered. Somehow.
Can I make some kind of check to get a little more info of what that means?
Sure. Yeah, make a arcane lore check.
Ah, shit.
You're not entirely sure.
There's another floating boon.
There
right?
are some floating boons.
I'm gonna re-roll that
With
one.
that-
Yeah, buddy.
You want to reroll that one on that 13?
I think
Yeah?
a 15 is good.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Can't re-roll a 1.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Roll a 20, play along. There
Okay,
you go.
So that's 16.
Something about his soul seems off, weakened,
Like in a
diminished.
diminished.
You haven't been looking at souls for very long. You're not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
But it could mean that he's dying. It could mean that he is a murderer, maybe. Could mean something to that effect. It's not... You're not put at ease when you see his aura.
Solomon, we still have yet to hear why exactly you were in prison to begin with.
I told you during the battle, they saw an opportunity to lock me in an open cell, and they took it.
Why you?
I
What is-
happened to be over there at the time, I guess.
But wasn't this a Yashane prison, and you fought for the Yashane army?
This is not a Yashane prison, no. This is an ancient prison. We were just falling back here after the rock crashed through the slab.
Are you some sort of mage?
Me?
Hmm.
I dabble, but I'm not particularly skilled.
I nod.
You said we retreated here, but yeah, you don't have a name of your lieutenant.
Look, we aren't with the Inquisition. We're just trying to understand what's going on around here.
No, Rinka, the lieutenant. Is that who you're talking
Was
about?
your lieutenant
Yes, Rinka.
the woman you saw when the plague broke out, who looked frightening and carrying a weapon? Was that not Rinka?
Yes, that was her. Yes.
Huh.
I mean, he's not putting you guys at ease, really. It's very strange, but
Being
Yeah, I don't-
alone in darkness by yourself for so long can really do something to your mind. Most people aren't trained to hear the veil of whispers and the songs of shadow.
in my experience, you don't want to hear them.
That's what the shamans tell me.
They always guide me right. It's the course of the obsidian eye to listen to such things, but the stone speaks for all.
He'll look at the cell that you let him out of with stone magic. He'll be like, I suppose so. The rain will stop. It'll be nighttime. Well,
All right.
shall we?
After you.
He'll lead the way.
I get my musket, but I'm not pointing it at him. I'm just getting it out because we're traveling again and we might be attacked.
He'll step out. He'll look around. He'll look up at the sky and he'll stretch. Feels good. I must thank you again for letting me out. But he will...
human compassion is infinite, so says Greystone.
Yeah, I'm very glad I convinced the party to let you out. Definitely not having second thoughts. Looking forward to see where this relationship goes.
He'll look at you like, what the fuck? Like, because like he can tell that obviously you
Can I make, like,
absolutely have second thoughts.
No, are there deception checks?
Oh yeah,
or
go ahead and make a
something?
deception check.
Communication. Yeah.
Communication. Hey! 14 with 5 stun points.
What was empathy under? What's the ability for that?
Perception.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at you, like, glad to hear it, and he'll start leading the way.
Nice.
You guys will walk down the Crimson Steeps, heading north. And that's where we're going to end tonight. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for playing. All of you guys level up.
Yay!
Yeah, we'll probably do that at the beginning of next session.
Yay!
Level
Yay!
6, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it 6 or is it 7?
Yes.
Is it 6?
6.
6.
Cool.
6. Sweet. I'm gonna make a note.
You guys are leveling pretty good. So that's good. Alright, hey everybody, thanks for watching. This has been Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age for Green Round Publishing. I am the board game guru at Game Master Extraordinaire. And don't forget to check out Green Ronin's products. All of them are available on greenroninstore.com. You can use code Fresh Out the Box at checkout, all one word, to get 5% off your complete order and help out the channel at the same time. That includes Cthulhu Awakens. That includes The Expanse. That includes Fantasy Age, Modern Age, everything they have, physical or digital products. The code applies. So thank you for watching. That's it for me.
And you know, Jahan, the holidays are coming up, so why don't you go ahead and buy one of those age games for a friend, and
Buy
then
5.
buy one for, and then buy one for yourself. You know, everybody at the table is going to need a book. You can use the PDF, that's fine, but if you know them in person, everyone's going to need a book of their own, and then we get more money, and then you save more money. Somehow you do spend more, but we won't talk about that. Anyways, use our code Fresh Out the Box at checkout at the Green Ronin store. Also, we have another thing. We're not just Fresh Out the Box, we're also Fresh Out the Podcast. It's where me, Jahan, and our friend Drew talk about movies, video games, streaming shows, and other pop culture stuff that you might or might not be into.
There's a bunch of episodes. You should look at them with your ears and then tell your friends and family to use their ears to look at it too. Thank you guys so much for supporting Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast, and thank you to the other players for being here, and thank you for your time. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it.
Once again, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. I do a variety of TTRPGs, there we go, here on Twitch on Saturdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And if you want to find out when that is, you can find me here on Twitch under Corbinian, and you can see my schedule when it's happening. Some Fantasy Age, some Fallout 2D20, and some Star Trek Adventures 2D20. Lots to see there. And if you want to see other thoughts or other things I might be interested in, at ElectricMetCHSR on X, you can find me there. But yeah, I hope to see you in another episode.
And it's been me, Aaron Baumier, known out there pretty much in all places as Aaron Dippity Doo. I am one of the 2 designers with Adventure Sling Productions, and we've been cranking out Neovarden, which has been going very well. Still on track for release in the Q1 of 2024. If you want to find out about that, you can check out adventureslang.com, where you can see a beta version, which is now a pretty early version of the game, but it showcases our main ideas, proof of concept, all that sort of fun stuff. You can get your hands with the main mechanics and everything that the game features. If you don't want to do that and you just kind of want to listen to things, you can listen to our Adventure Sling podcast, where we talk to different personalities and people in the tabletop role-playing game communities, from content creators to people who run organizations to psychologists and other such figures. Check it out. And again, it's adventureslang.com, and I hope to see y'all next time.
And yeah, I've been Keon. Thank you guys for watching. You can always find my music anywhere you stream music. KIYAHN. That's KIY. Always hate Nazis. And then at King Keon on Instagram and TikTok. I'm starting to post more on TikTok, so that's cool. Yeah, thank you for supporting Fresh Out of the Box.
Thanks, everybody. Stay fresh.
Bye-bye.